Hey everybody, welcome to GGS Railways. My name is Greg. This is my YouTube channel. Tonight we're going to do an unboxing of an Ives part slot. We're hoping there'll be a few items in this box that will help us resolve some of the issues with some of our Ives trains here. But before we get started with that, for all of our returning subscribers, hello, thank you. We appreciate you guys. You are the lifeblood of this channel. We could not do this without you. We appreciate the comments, the suggestions, the thumbs up, the camaraderie. I mean, you guys are the best. Thank you, thank you so very much. So for those of you that are watching that are not yet subscribed, we're always doing shenanigans like this. If you haven't subscribed, why not? It's simple. You just push the subscribe button. It costs nothing, and you get updates when we do new videos or go live. And we do a bunch of shenanigans. You really don't want to miss this, I promise. All right, with no further ado, I'm going to get this camera moved around a little bit better so you can see what I'm doing, what I'm taking out of the box, and we'll get this started. Okay, so got the camera adjusted, and I guess the first step here is to get this box opened. I'm just going to use my handy dandy knife here. I'll just cut it open. See what we can do. That eBay tape is a little tough. Let's see here. Little box issue there, it looks like. I think I got it though. So let's see. And last but not least, we'll just cut it down the middle here. And okay, that was not the prettiest of of openings, but hey, you know, we are going to do the best we can here. So all right, so I am hoping that we're going to find some stuff in here that we can repair some minor issues, stuff we got the other day. You may recall that this 1100 with the number 1 tender on the back, that the wheels do not match. It's supposed to be these larger wheels. Somebody has placed these smaller ones on there. I'm pretty sure that we can find a set of, or that we will find a set of wheels on something in this box that will work. Props to whoever packed this. This is really nice. This is really good. So I think it's just 2 or 3 pieces. This stuff is a little pricey for well, compared to what I'm used to. Maybe that's not pricey, but in my world it is. So all right, let's get this open and see what we see. This is a tank car. You guys, if you visited at all my channel, watched any of my videos, you know that I absolutely am kind of in love with tank cars. So this one actually sold as a part slot, I think is probably nicer than the tank car that I already have. It appears that it's missing some wheels, but let's just compare. So this is the one that we got in the last lot, and this is this one. I mean, I would say they're pretty comparable. This one's been repainted actually. I thought about repainting this one. I've never up until this point thought about repainting anything. I kind of like the patina, but this guy is pretty beat up, so I'm kind of considering it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Opinions are wanted. So put your opinion in the chat. What do you think? Should we repaint these guys? Should we leave them like they are? This one's already been repainted, so I wouldn't feel terribly bad about painting this guy. All right, so anyway, that's the first of the parts to come out of the box. All right, so next, I believe this is a gondola, and I think at least one of these was definitely just pure parts. I mean, it wasn't much of a question about it, as I recall. Now, having said that, it was some time ago that I ordered this, and I'm just now getting around to unboxing this and dealing with it. We've had a really exciting and really awesome couple of weeks here on the channel. We showed you a fan door and a Bing, and of course this Ives. And that made for some real excitement. Of course, it also took up a lot of time. So this is definitely a parts gondola, I believe, because it is bent pretty good here, and I don't know if you would ever, well, I don't know, it's tab and slot. You could get that back together, but you know, compare. And I believe this actually may even be the this is this is the same gondola even, and this guy's just pretty beat up. I'd say this is a good candidate to rob some parts for. He's got a bend here. The tabs have come loose here. Missing one wheel. This is bent down here. This guy's pretty beat up. I'd say this is a pretty good candidate for some parts for us. So, all right. Then last but not least, I think this may be a flat car. It's either a flat car or incomplete car. Although I see stakes, this may throw my game plan under the bus here. You know, it's funny because you'll get stuff and you buy it for parts and you're like, oh, that's too good for our parts, and then you wind up fixing the parts, and then yeah, it's a never-ending spiral. It's a rabbit hole. But that's kind of part of the fun too, seeing what you can make work and see what goes with what. So all right, I'm fighting the bubble wrap, and I think the bubble wrap may actually be winning. So, all right, I don't know about you guys, but I think this is way too cool to be used for parts. This is a log car, missing its wheels, but I think we should probably try to put this one back together if we can. Now, this guy has a different kind of coupler. I don't know if that makes him older or younger. I don't know a lot about Ives. I mean, I'm not going to pretend I do because I don't. But this is definitely a different way, I believe, to attach the couplers. You might notice that this one's just kind of in here, and this one's kind of got a rivet or something, and that interests me because one of my this 3252 locomotive, it doesn't have any couplers, so we could rob this guy, you know, drill out this rivet or whatever this is, maybe use that guy here for our coupler. That might be good. That might be a good thing to do. So all right. So I believe, and of course I believe a lot of things, and I'm often wrong, but I believe that these are a later coupler than these, and the reason I believe that is because the 1100 here, the set that came with it was these passenger cars, and as you can see, these are the same design on the coupler, and I believe the Ives is 108 years old, and the 3252 is well, it's younger than that. So my point is, my point in saying that, I'm making it really too complicated, is that this is the older type, you know, staple and slot and staple, and this is the newer, perhaps more improved coupler. So really, this type of coupler is what ought to go on this locomotive. Now I just noticed that it has a hole right here in the coupler, so maybe if we get it unhooked from that body, we can just use that and screw it into that locomotive body, and we'll just be done with that. Once again, I think this is just too cool, and I think it's too good to not try to save. So you see the problem here. You're trying to buy some parts, and then you're like, oh, well, that's too good for parts. All right, so I think in any case we can get a wheel for our tender here off of this one that I'm going to call parts. And the only reason I think that the tank car isn't parts is because I like tank cars. So all right, let's see. I believe these wheels you just spring these ever so carefully. And I believe the wheel will just just come out. The axle will clear the side of the truck here. That's what I think. But once again, not every time I think something isn't true. So all right, I'm going to try this. Yeah, I believe we can make that work, maybe. All right. I feel like I need to pray out and up all at the same time. I'm really lucky I'll get my finger in there and yeah, we'll have a Band-Aid break. So all right, I believe that these are the same size wheels as the other ones on the tender. Just eyeballing it, I'm gonna say that's them. So okay, that is good news. That is what I wanted to see and what I wanted to hear. Now I'm a little apprehensive on this because we know it's already been bent once to get this smaller wheel and axle on here. So that concerns me just a little bit here. Just going to go real slow. Just going to find the best vantage point to do this. I think I just did. All right, so I got it out of there and up and out. Awesome. So I wonder if I ought to take just a moment and give that just a little bit of lubrication there, because you know that if I fix this, we're gonna have to run it, you know, because you got to test things, right? I love this hobby. No. So all right, got the axle a little bit better here, and that's way better. Yes, that actually spins now. So I guess this is the same size axle. I believe it is. So let me move my oil out of the way. Maybe you couldn't see anything with the oil in the way. So what I was saying, just in case you couldn't, is I believe this axle is the same length as the one that's on there. I think this is going to work. I think this is going to fix our problem in quotes. This is a good problem to have. So all right, so I got that in there. Now I'm going to try to spring this out, but man, it really makes me nervous. So all right, I wonder if I got a pair of pliers up here. The small pliers. I don't see them at the moment. I would have sworn I put them up here. Well, I guess it's a good thing I didn't swear, huh? Because I sure don't see them. Well, now, as usual, I'm just extremely organized. All right, well, I don't know where they went off to. All right, well, I guess we're going to treat that as an omen that we shouldn't use them. Maybe I'll just use my fingers. That's probably a better bet anyway. So all right, let's try this again. I feel like we're pretty close here. We are very close. So all right, I got it. Just as drama-free as you please. All right, and that actually looks just like the other one. And now it is level. All right. See there? All right, good part slot. Good. All right, so we got that guy fixed. So we're gonna move him over here to the side. So maybe we can look at some of the other things we got going on over here. So okay, unfortunately this does not have the hot boxes on it that I was gonna put on here. It's on the tank car, which I summarily decided we're not gonna cannibalize, based on Greg just likes tank cars, nothing more. So I think I'm going to take those other two wheels off of this that we have deemed parts, and I'm going to put it on my tank car, And then we'll have 2 tank cars. That is pretty freaking exciting. So, all right. So once you kind of figure out how those wheels go, it's not that difficult. I was just really, well, scared that I was going to break something. And I don't want to break something, especially not something as cool as this. But I don't like to break anything. All right, there we go. Second set up. All right, well, this guy is starting to look a little picked over, huh? All right, so let's get the oil once again. We'll try to not put it in the view of the camera this time. So I'm going to call this a success and a failure. It's a success that we were able to fix our tender. It was a failure that I wasn't able to quite commit to making some of these parts. I knew when I saw the tank car that I was going to be in trouble, so I want to put those aside. I don't want to put those on because those are the wrong size. Be interesting to see if, well, I'm not going to see, but be interesting to look and see what kind of wheels those are that they had on there. I doubt that they're Ives, but I guess you never know. So okay, I got this, and once again we just spinning like crazy now. All right, that makes me pretty happy. All right, so I'm going to put these 2 wheels on here, and then we'll have, I think, an operational tank car. Not a pretty tank car, but an operational one. So let's see. Let's see. So wow, that really sprung out there, but it sprung right back. So I guess that's good news. Apparently these are a lot stronger than I was giving them credit for. All right. That one was easy. All right, and now we have 2 tank cars. Yes. And it looks like the couplers are good. Wow. You know, it's kind of hard to argue with that. Now, I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure how these couplers actually work. Haven't got quite that personal with it just yet. Let's see, I think this just flips up. There it goes. Yeah, it just flips up. All right. Well, while we didn't exactly accomplish what I wanted to, we got another tank car out of the deal. Now I guess we'll have to keep an eye out for some wheels for that guy, and this guy will just remain parts. So I wonder if I can get this coupler off of here. I'm not quite certain how. Well, I do see how it goes, but I don't see how you're gonna get it off unless. Now I really am gonna need those pliers, unless you can twist this ear, and I think that's how it works. All right. Okay, so I did lay my hand on the pliers. I'm just gonna try to twist these guys, and I think that's all. Yeah, that's going to be all that holds them in. So then that should just come out of that slot, I believe, like so. And then we should be able to. Oh well, this is bent to start with. Okay, I see. It's part of the problem. So all right, I'm trying to work this out. Let's see. It's like it's almost right, but not quite somehow. So if it wasn't quite so blind, it would probably help. So all right, let's see. Well, this is how it comes out. It's just not coming out. So let's see. Looks like it's almost, but not quite. Maybe if I push it out with my finger. That actually seems to be working. Yay! Hooray! Alright, so we have a nice coupler in my hand. So what I was interested in seeing is if we can somehow get it to go on this locomotive. And that's pretty simple to see. We just gotta undo this screw. And we'll undo our handy dandy bread tie. Greg was too excited to do anything else. Coupler. And we'll take the shell loose, and we'll see if we can figure something out here. I suspect it won't be exactly the way it's supposed to be, but I don't know that either. So I'm going to do the best we can with the parts that we have here, and we will go from there. All right, so it looks to me like that screw, nope, not quite long enough on the, or not quite wide enough on the, big enough, hello, on the hole there. Now I may go get a drill here just a minute and see what I can do. I think that will work though. I don't know why that wouldn't work. Get my hand out of the way so you can see what the heck I'm talking about. So that screw is just barely too big for that hole. All right, well, I guess I'll go find a drill. I'll be right back. All right, everybody, I found a drill bit. It looks a little funky, but I think it'll work. And looks about the size we need. I found another drill bit that I think that's going to be too small. No, that is way too small. So let's let's try this. I'm not sure exactly how to hold this. I guess probably use my pliers. I do have some larger pliers here somewhere, I believe. Yes, I do. I do. But they will not let me hold it. They are too fat. So all right, let's try this. I'm hoping this is going to work. Just for fun, let's look and make sure that looks like it's going to do what we think it's going to do. That may that may not have made any sense whatsoever. I think that will work. We may have to change the geometry of this a little bit, shave a little bit off, but it still might work. The hole seems to be in the perfect spot, so I'm going to try it. Don't feel like we have a whole lot to lose, so let's try it. I'm not going to put a lot of pressure on this because the metal's not that thick. Now, looks like I need to tighten my chuck a little bit here. All right, it is working. It's just, being slow. Once again, I'm not trying to force this at all. I think we have a winner. All right, how about that? Now let's see if the screw fits through here now. No, it does not. It's still got to be a little bit bigger. I wonder if we can do it with this drill bit by just turning it a little bit of an angle. Let's try it. If that doesn't work, we'll have to get a bigger drill bit. Which I'm not not opposed to, but I think that's going to work. Actually, we'll just give it just a few more licks here, a few more, I don't know, however you want to say it. We'll turn it on the other side maybe. All right, let's see. I feel like that's gonna work, guys. All right, and it's almost gotta work, because if it doesn't, we're in trouble. It's almost too fat for the metal, almost, not terrible. So it's still just a little too tight. Oh no, it got to the end and now it's good. All right, well, I'm glad I tried that. So okay, I'm going to back this back out, and we're going to put it on there. See what's going to happen here. See if we can get this out. So okay, let's straighten this out a little bit, I think. Hopefully that won't change the size of the hole, although it certainly could. So all right, that's good, I think. All right. Didn't know we were going to be doing customizations here, although I'd hardly call that a customization. So all right, I'm going to put this in here, but I think we're going to wind up taking it back out, and I think we're going to wind up having to shave that end, make it rounded as opposed to square, but I don't know that. So we'll just try and see what happens. All right. What are the odds that everything's just going to line up? All right, here we go. Oops. Like I was doing it, and then all of a sudden I wouldn't. You know, I think this is going to work, guys. Well, if we loosen it just a little bit, I think that is going to work just fine. Wow. All right, that makes me pretty happy. I guess I'll put this other screw in. Got excited. All right, yeah. So, get this all lined up here. I may have to loosen that so will move enough to get my screw in there. Yeah, kind of figured that. That's what I get for getting too excited and getting in a hurry. So all right, let's see. All right, that seems like it's going in pretty good. All right, we can torque that guy down, and then we'll just come back over here with our handy dandy new coupler, and maybe tighten this guy down. Yes, sir. That is awesome. All right, cool deal. Let's see if it will actually. Well, let me put the headlight back in before we break it, smash it, whatever. Been known to do stuff like that. So, all right, let's see. Is this going to be the correct height? I believe it is. Oops. Hope if I could see. Yes, it is. That works perfectly. All right. So. I never can remember how these go somehow. It's like I'm not quite. Oh, they lift. I never can remember that. All right, so out of that box, we got a total parts gondola that's looks like it might be good on the side of the track for to look like what it looks like. And then we got a new wheel for the tender here. We'll test that out here in a minute, see how that works. And we got coupler for this guy, and we got some wheels for this guy, and this guy kind of lost out a little bit because I didn't want to take the hot boxes off of this one if you're gonna keep it, and because it's a tank car, I just decided we're gonna keep it. So all right, so we need to keep our eyes out for some wheels for this guy, and it looks like an earlier coupler. We'll probably have to find one of those. That may be a challenge. So all right, well, I guess that was a win, so to speak. I was hoping that this guy would have the hot boxes on it that we could take off and put it on here, but it doesn't. But all things considered, I don't remember what I paid for the part slot, but I think it has more than paid for itself. So all right, guys, let's go in and do, I know what everybody's favorite part is, the actual running of the trains. We're gonna put the Ives 1100 on the track with its passenger cars, and then we'll put this 3252, had to look at it to remember what it was, with the 2 tank cars and this one gondola. We don't have a caboose just yet. We're still working on building the collection, so to speak, here of the Ives. So otherwise, I think this is pretty good. I think we're about ready to go. Let's go put it on the track. All right, everybody, we got both the Ives here on the track, and what we gained from that part slot is we gained the correct wheel for our tender for our steam engine, and then we gained the correct hitch for our Ives electric locomotive. And as you can see, it is pulling the cars along quite nicely. We gained a new tank car. We did not get the hot boxes for the other tank car, but we were still looking. I guess what we still need is we need a caboose for this guy, and we're also going to need the roller pickup for his the power to the track. I actually had forgotten about that part. So, all right, I guess we'll keep our eyes open, but I'm pretty happy with this lot. It worked out pretty well. Everything looks very, very happy, and I couldn't be any happier. So I think that we'll call this a success, and we'll just keep our eyes out for the caboose that we need, and the hot boxes for the tank cars, and it should be good to go. Something to aspire to. All right, guys, I think I'm going to call this about it for now. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not yet a subscriber and you enjoyed the video, just subscribe. It's not hard. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't take it but a moment. You press the subscribe button. You're done. So I guess with no further ado, we're going to call this it. GGS Railways out.